Good morning. It's a nice sunny Saturday here in Wales. Making a video here of reassembling the engine for my TD5 converted 110. The reason why the head got removed from it was I was coming home one evening with a bit of enthusiasm and pushed all of the coolant out of the header tank. So, and the way that it did it, or in the manner that it did it, I instantly thought that basically had cylinder pressure in the coolant system at just the rate at which the coolant actually came out of the header cap. Now, obviously then went straight into a strip down. Couldn't find any smoking gun in regards to the joint, head gasket, the cylinder head as such. There was no breaks in the head gasket, it was good. Block is in pretty good condition. Block, I then die penned it to check for any cracks in between the water gallery and the actual cylinder itself, just in case that could have been an issue. That's all come up good. The cylinder head, that got die penned for any cracks, especially around the injector sockets, because they are prone for cracking along there and actually letting diesel into the oil. Head was checked for flatness. There's a slight discrepancy on cylinder 5. However, that discrepancy was actually within Land Rover's tolerance. But for peace of mind, whipped a couple of thou off the face there, and it's also been pressure tested. That's, the head's good. Been rebuilt, ready to go in on this. Speaking to a few people, come to the conclusion that the reason why all of the coolant escaped was, and it's rule number 1 for fault finding, check all other ancillary systems before delving into where you think the main problem is, which is basically the schoolboy error I made. Turns out, because I've got a aftermarket header tank there, the cap, it was sealing a certain amount but not 100% on this face. It would seal enough to build up some pressure but not enough. But obviously with just that registering some pressure, you automatically think, it's sealing, it's good. But if you actually, it's difficult to see, but there is evidence of the actual cap threads bottoming out and scrubbing on the weld. So basically it's been screwing down tight enough to make an initial seal, and when you're just driving around normally, the system's fine. But when you're actually driving with enthusiasm and it builds up to optimum heat and pressure within the cooling system, it lifts and blows that out. Now, I was scratching my head as to why this didn't rear its head straight away after I did the conversion, and my only theory I can come down to was the fact that it was a new cap that went on there with a new rubber joint. Over the course of 12 months, that rubber joint has ever so slightly compressed, gotten a little bit hard with heat as well, and it's just reduced its clamping force just enough so that when on hard runs, it boils out. So that's a good bit of information for anybody who is suffering with a similar issue. Look at other parts of the system before stripping your block down. so that's the deck cleaned, the balls cleaned. Crank's now pinned to TD5. So what's left to do now is put the cylinder head dowels in, gasket, and lower the head on and torque it down. Factory fitment on these for the dowels is plastic. There's a kit which you can do, which does away with them, and there's steel dowels which goes in, which obviously these are prone for, on the plastic dowels, get a little bit hot, head shifts on the plastic dowels. So yeah, it's worth the extra £1.40 or whatever it is for the steel dowel kit dress. Right, we've got the cylinder head down in place on its dowels. Life is marvellous, new gasket in there. Set of brand new head studs. These are torque to yield studs. Supposedly you can reuse these. Generally they reckon if you do reuse a stud, if you're in a pinch basically, is certainly with these ones you actually turn them, because you end up actually torquing them and then stretching them by using angles, you know, 90, 180, 45 degrees from that previous position. And what they recommend is if you do end up reusing a stud, is to do it 90 degrees less than if you were to use a brand new stud. But you know, is it really worth the risk and the expense of maybe having to take the head back off again because you skimmed out on bolts? So cylinder head's on, bolts are in place, ready for to be torqued down. I've got my actual data sheet here, torque settings. So you've got your first run at 30 Newton meters. You've got a pattern, your tightening order, arrow is front of engine. So 5 stages. Let's get to it. So that's the cylinder head all torqued down now. Next step is fit the cam pulley, torque that down. Then I'll go for remove all timing pins and go for a rotation, check that nothing binds up, and whilst doing that we'll set the lash on the injectors once I know that nothing's fouling internally. Then from that start putting all the ancillary pieces on. Before I put the exhaust manifold on though, I'm going to change a cyclone filter because I'm running a uprated turbocharger. It actually covers, it doesn't touch the housing itself, but it covers a portion of it, which means that you can't actually can't remove the lid to change the filter with the turbo in situ. Bit of an issue, but at the same time the manifold to turbo gasket is a couple of pence, so just having one of them in stock for when you do a service on this, it's no real major issue, and it actually gives you better access to all of the filters anyway in doing it, for the sake of an extra 10 minutes to remove the turbocharger.
probably take some more coolant now, will it? Some sort of gurgling. A fuel pump doesn't cut in and out, no?
I've just set it to prime.
They normally cut in and out,
yeah. No, sorry. It does on starter, like that. But then it's just got a fuel pressure regulator on it, so.
Nothing pissing out anyway, it's good stuff. Oh, you got sensor below level as well, have you?
Yeah, I haven't wired it in yet. That's going to be the next fucking thing. Remember I got that beepy light, which you tried to attach to Buckland's car. Remember?
Yes, I remember the beepy light.
Because you were quite impressed with it.
My only concern of that is you'd be annoyed with it by the time you got home.
Yeah, but it's still levels low was a problem.
Yeah, but say it was low, but it wasn't excessively low.
Right. I think we're good to start. Fingers.
Did you watch that zip ties and power supplies video after? He gets the things Easter and
I will have to watch it again because I watched it quite inebriated last night.
You getting fuel out the exhaust?
They're all like this. Yeah, if you have the fuel system apart, they are. They try to start a bit.
That's where you need your ether holding belt. You need some jump lead show.
I've got my fucking booster pack. Yeah.
That's more like it.
Well, what sort of engine speed?
Yeah. Let's try it. I was just coming to establish where she's leaking smoke from.
Leave on. Still firing a bit.
it stops injecting off, it doesn't start fairly soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that long and the smoke stops.
Yeah, I've watching the fuel pressure.
Jumps up,
Jumps down.
just bypasses it.
Well, it won't, if it doesn't get 4.5 bar at the rail, it won't fire the injectors.
She needs 3 tins of ether. See, just the mention of it's got it going. Self-closing.
Oh yeah, it's fucking good, isn't it? You don't ever lose it because it closes itself. Oh, can you take the booster off, please? Booster, please. Again. Close.
Turbo bleeder.
Got a bit of a tidal effect going on there.
Water out, man. down your bike?
There we have it, all up and running, cooling system's primed, running away quite nicely, no fucking scary noises. Successful job.